Words of the Spirit 10:14-24. Submitted and committed. I speak unto you this day, and I tell you plainly, that I want my people to be submitted and committed unto me. I do not want my people to be double-minded, and by the same unstable and undependable. Those who are making the claim that they are mine are meant to keep their submission to me, and not to the world. Do not be as those who only want to experience things the way they want them, and not the way that I intend for them to walk by. When the ones who are mine are submitting themselves to the commands of my Spirit, then I see their commitment, and I am able to use them for my purposes. I want my people to be full of my Spirit, that they can indeed do what I want. They do not have to stop along the way and refuel again and again. I want those whom I call and choose to realize the importance of the commissions they have been given, and to be eager to do as I intend for their lives. The truth is that I do not find pleasure in those who say one thing and do another, because their hearts are far from me. I want the ones who love me to be intent on serving me with all of their strength and their vision single, because they are meant to be all out for me and my kingdom. I do not want a people to be wavering and undecided as to who it is that they love and want to please. Those who believe that they can have double allegiances are only deceiving themselves, and by the same are proving that they are not honorable in my sight. Of course, many will use purposely misinterpretation of the written word to keep from having to take a stand for me. They do this in order to keep their lives rather than be fully submitted and committed to me. However, know that I, the living God, am not mocked, and I see them in their masquerades, and I see beyond the facade they present to others. Be thankful this day that you are not taken in such a way, for the same will prove to be useless and hopeless in the end. When the evil are in rule, then it is easy for those who are wavering and unstable to yield to the voices and commands of demons, because they choose to go in the easy way that such enticing spirits offer to them. Yet the way that the demons take them is really the hard way, because they will be in opposition to me and in violation of the commands of my Spirit. I do not want my people to be involved in spiritual adultery, nor in spiritual criminality, and when they are, of course I am sorely displeased with them. My people are meant to be submitted and committed to me, for they have been bought with a price, and it is by the complete sacrifice of Jesus Christ, my Son, who gave himself as a ransom for all who would believe in him. Because Jesus, who is the pattern son, gave his all for my purpose and plan for the redemption of humankind from the penalty of their sins. So those who are called and chosen are meant to give their all for my kingdom. Do not allow yourselves to cringe and not keep the vows you have made to me. Rather, be intense on giving to me all that I desire and require of those who are claiming to be my people. Those who are true disciples and spirit-filled messengers will be subject to the commands of the Holy Spirit, and ever willing to walk in the commands that they receive. When those who are my true united believers see how destructive the workers of evil are, and how many they have lured into their webs of deception, they will enlist themselves as warriors for righteousness. This is because they will be perceptive, discerning between good and evil, and they will also bear witness against those who are lazy and thereby hazy. No one can serve two masters, for all must make the decisions for me and not be only desiring the creature comforts as so important. Those who are following the pattern of my Son will not be absorbed in the cares of this life, for the same will take them into cruel bondage. They will realize that they are not called to cater to their carnality, but they are called to be totally submitted and committed to my purposes. My Son did not establish his own ministry and raise up followers who would be his. He turned everyone to me and told them to give me praise and thanks. So it is, I want those who are following in his steps to put down their old nature with the incessant demands of the flesh and to deny themselves, take up the cross, and please me. There is a price to be paid to be counted worthy, and there are not vast multitudes who are willing to forsake all and follow his example. However, that does not mean that the call is meant to be softened for a generation of rebels. Rather, the generation of abomination will be held accountable for their sins. I do not want any softening or compromising of the standard of righteousness, for those who are putting forth the watered down example will cause others to fall into sin. Do not give entry to sin, nor the demons who are enticing and inviting so many into their webs of destruction. Reality is, if anyone opens to demons, they will push their way in and take over. The way to win at the game of sin is not partake when the demons entice, invite, and want to entangle you in their webs of deception and death. Be aware that you are called to be true, and that means in the inward parts, and not attempt to hide any sin, to yield over any area of your lives to the scrutiny of the Holy Spirit and obey the commands of the Spirit.